Hello, let's see if we can record a screencast of a Linux Mint 15 codenamed Olivia installation. So after booting from the thumb drive with the Linux Mint Live image, I simply double click install Linux Mint. I'm going to have to wait for a few seconds because the screencast does take up a few of the processor's resources. On the first screen we may select the language in which we would like the installation to continue. In my case English is already selected, so I simply click continue. But you can select any language you like. There are quite a few languages and all the installation screens will change according to the language that you select for installation. Click continue. On the second screen we receive an alert telling us that we have to have at least 6.3 gigabytes of available drive space. The computer has to be plugged into a power source in case it's a laptop, which in my case it is. And you have to be connected to the internet because some of the packages will have to be downloaded online. All three of these alerts in my case are true, so I simply click continue. On this screen we get some options for the type of installation we would like to have. First of all, the first option is in most cases is not a good one to select. Erase disk and install Linux Mint. Only if you are installing this Mint on a completely empty laptop or an empty computer. Otherwise you might want to select something else so you can partition manually. I click continue. Now in my case there are already two NTFS partitions which I would not like to use, so these two will not be used in this installation. I will simply click on this /dev/sda3, which is the third partition, an X4 type partition. I click on change and I will select to use it as an X4 type file system, journaling file system format, and mount it at /. Obviously we received the alert that before we can select the new partition size, any previous changes have to be written. I click on continue. Wait for a few seconds for the changes to be written. And now we can select the swap space. I click on /dev/sda4, which is the swap space currently in use. I click change and I simply tell the installation script that I would like to use it as a swap area. And I click on install now. The installation starts. Hopefully on the next screen we are presented with the option to select the time zone to which we belong according to our current location. In my case Bucharest is selected, which is okay because I'm in Eastern Europe, Romania, so I simply click continue. As we progress with the installation, because we selected that we are in the time zone of Romania, the installation script already offers a Romanian keyboard layout, but I'm not going to use that. The installation script automatically detects which would be the most likely keyboard layout to be used by you based on what you have selected in your time zone. I'm going to select English US and English US, simple English US keyboard layout anyway. Click on continue. On this screen you have to enter your username and your real name if you want. You can select or enter any name you like. I usually type a shorter name because I like the way in terminal applications a shorter name appears. The username will be user, password, whatever password you would like. I simply enter user again. If it's a home computer, it's not really likely that you will need a much stronger password. I don't usually select login automatically, just in case the neighbor comes along and you don't want them to use your computer without your password. So select require my password to log in. And I don't really see the use of encrypting your home folder unless you have some really sensitive data to be stored on that computer. So I simply select require my password. I don't select encrypt my home folder and click on continue. But you're free, of course, to encrypt your home folder with a password, or if you feel that way the data stored on your PC will be much more secure. So here we go. After just a couple of selections, the installation continues and we are presented with a screen in which we can review a few slides that presents Linux Mint, this particular version, to us. Actually, I think the screens are pretty much the same in all the versions. Let's see what do we have in store. First of all, Firefox comes with Java and Flash already in store, so we can play YouTube videos and we can play games written in Java or games that need Java, some like those on Facebook or other online platforms. Audio playing and MP3 playing or CD extraction. It's very easily done because some of the audio codecs and audio applications needed for that type of thing are already shipped with Linux Mint, so this installation package also installs these applications. Watching videos is of course very easy. VLC media player is included with a bunch of codecs, and there is another video player simply referred to as watch with videos in the menus, which is Totem actually, known from previous versions of Mate or GNOME. You can of course retouch your pictures or export them or review them or do whatever you like with them using GThumb or other software included. You can upload your pictures after or before modifying them to Picasa or Flickr. You can stay connected with the help of Pidgin. Pidgin is quite an interesting application. You can have one single window open and a whole host of services to which you can be connected in the same window. Thunderbird for mail, and if you still use IRC relay chat rooms and you still like to chat on those rooms, then give XChat a try. Office software suites are included, so LibreOffice, the descendant or another version of OpenOffice, has all the applications you need like charts and word processing and presentation making and stuff like that, and you can also export all the documents you make with this Office suite directly to PDF. There's also this interesting little application Giver, with the help of which you can share all your documents in a home network. And then there's the software manager with over 30,000 free applications that you can select and install. Now, some of the featured softwares you can see here: FileZilla, Skype, Audacity, Picasa and Google Earth. There are quite some interesting applications. Even some computer-assisted design software is included, for which in a commercial version you would have to pay a couple of $1,000, and in Linux Mint they are completely free. Then there's Wine and VirtualBox for those that need running Windows-based applications, executables, as an absolute necessity under Linux, so you can use Wine for that, or you can use VirtualBox to have an entire operating system run inside Linux Mint in a VirtualBox environment. You can customize your desktop to show or not the computer, the home, the trash, the network, the mounted volumes icon. You can customize your desktop to include desktop composition, which is nice if you have a better and stronger video card than mine. You can use a whole host of special effects, flip-flop and stuff like that. And an automatic update manager is also included in Linux Mint. My advice is to leave the default settings, the settings that the update manager automatically offers you, because I've been a Linux Mint user for 5 or 6 years now and I've never had any kind of problems as a result of installing an automatic update or just letting the update manager do its thing. So I completely trust the updates that are coming via this update manager, and I never ever had any kind of problems because of them. So after these screens, there's only one more reference to Linux Mint in this installation screen, slider, whatever it is. You can find a lot of help online in the Linux Mint community, on the forums, and you can of course search the internet, or you can even come to my website or blog, should I call it, Computers How to Pro, and ask around. Ask any question you like about Linux Mint or Linux in general, or Windows for that matter, and it will be answered as soon as possible. So some hardware configuration is done, some language packs are being downloaded in accordance with what language you selected in the first installation screen. The user is created, and then the packages that will no longer be necessary in the complete installation, such as Ubiquiti and installation scripts as such, will be deleted, and then the installation will be complete. Probably on a more powerful computer with a more powerful processor, the entire installation will be much shorter. This is just the T43 IBM with 1.87 GHz, so you have to have some patience. The bootloader is configured, grub is installed, and then an update to grub is made. I don't think the update grub script does anything under this installation, because I have tried this installation several times and the Windows installation on one of the hard drive partitions is not recognized until I boot to the new installation and then run update grub again. So it's probably a bug that's going to be taken care of in a few days or so. So now the installation is finished. I'm obviously not going to click restart now because I still have to save the screencast. I hope this little installation tutorial or screencast helped you decide that it's very easy to install Linux Mint. Thank you for watching. Come back to my channel often.